Hi everyone. Today, I, Alex, want to share with you a story I will never forget. The moment when little Henry, the child I love, as if he were my own son, suddenly fell ill. Tune and I could only hold hands tightly trembling as we prayed, hoping he would be safe. Will those breathless moments, filled with worry and overflowing with love, touch your heart too? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because right now, we're about to step into a journey full of tears, but also filled with love. The morning light streamed through the window, casting a gentle golden glow over Tuna's little wooden house. Normally, the kind of light that should bring peace. But today, that light was powerless against the heavy, suffocating air of worry. In the small crib, baby Henry, the 3-month-old boy I love as if he were my own flesh and blood, lay motionless. His tiny face, once rosy and full of life, was flushed with fever, his cheeks pale, his big round eyes barely open. Every weak, broken cry pierced straight into my heart like a knife. Since the night I proposed to Tuna under the moonlight, her soft yes and that sweet kiss had turned my life into a dream. I made a promise that I would spend my whole life protecting and loving her and Henry with everything I had, even though I'm not Henry's biological father. And I've lived by that promise, sleepless nights, singing lullabies, off-key clumsy diaper changes that made Tuna laugh, warm dinners at our old wooden table. Every little moment weaving a bond of love so strong in my heart. But in just one morning, all of that happiness felt like it was hanging by a thread. My phone rang. On the other end, Tuna's voice shook with panic. Alex, Henry's burning up with a fever. I'm so scared. Please come home now. I froze. My ears rang. My heart stopped. In that moment, all I could do was run every step, heavy but desperate, like I was racing against death itself. Would baby Henry survive this illness? The answer lay ahead at the start of a journey filled with tears and hope. I rushed through the short street toward Tuna's house, my heartbeat pounding in my chest like a drum of dread. As the door swung open, the sight before me made my blood run cold. Tuna sat, collapsed on the floor, clutching Henry in her arms. Her face was pale, her eyes swollen, and red tears streaming endlessly. Her voice trembled with despair. Alex, Henry's burning up. He's been crying non-stop since this morning. I'm so scared. I'm terrified of losing him. I stepped closer, my hand trembling as I touched Henry. His tiny body burned like hot coal. His little fingers wrapped weakly around mine, so fragile it felt like someone was crushing my chest from the inside. In that moment, memories of the first time I held him came rushing back. Those clear eyes, the sweet little voice calling Uncle Alex. I may not be his biological father, but the love I have for him is no different. It runs deep, as if he were truly my own blood. I pulled Tuna into my arms, forcing my voice to stay steady, even though my heart was in chaos. Tuna, listen to me. Don't cry. I'm taking Henry to the hospital right now. Our son is strong just like his mother. He'll get through this. I promise. I lifted Henry into my arms. His tiny body burning with fever, sent waves of pain through me as if his suffering were flooding into my own veins. Every labored breath was like a knife to my chest. More than anything, I wished I could take it all on myself, just so he could smile again with those bright, round eyes that once lit up my world. I sped down the empty road, my heartbeat pounding in my chest like war drums. Tunay sat in the back seat, her trembling arms clutching Henry tightly. His weak cries tore through the silence, stretching every second into an eternity. "Henry, my love. Mommy's here. You're going to be okay." "Tunay," whispered her voice breaking. Through the rear-view mirror, I caught sight of hot tears streaming down her pale face. I reached back, took her hand, and squeezed it tight, forcing myself to sound steady. "Tuna, I'm here. We'll get through this. I swear, I won't let anything happen to Henry." In that moment, the promise I made the night I proposed echoed in my mind like a sacred vow. I will take care of Henry as if he were my own son no matter what. At the village hospital, I rushed Henry inside. The air was heavy with the smell of disinfectant children's cries echoing through the halls, but none of it mattered. All I could see was Henry, too. Na ran beside me, wiping the sweat from his forehead, her voice pleading, "Please, please save my son, doctor." A nurse led us into the exam room. Dr. Von A, kind-eyed, middle-aged woman, looked at us with warmth, but also seriousness. "How long has he been like this?" she asked. Tunay's hand shook as she spoke. "Since this morning. He's had a high fever, won't stop crying, won't feed. I'm so scared." The doctor examined him carefully, his heartbeat, his breathing, his temperature. Every second dragged like a century. Then she finally looked up, her voice calm and gentle. "Don't worry. Henry only has a mild fever, likely due to the weather. I'll prescribe medicine to bring it down and guide you on how to care for him. He's strong. Don't panic." Her words were like a cool breeze sweeping away the storm in our hearts. Tuni broke down in tears, resting her head on my shoulder. I wrapped my arms around them both, whispering through the lump in my throat, "Henry's going to be fine, Tuni. I swear, I'll protect you and him, always, in the waiting area, under the hospital's fluorescent lights, Tuna." And I held hands and prayed. I whispered, "Lord, please heal Henry. Give me the strength to protect this little family." Through her tears, Tunay added softly, "Please watch over Henry. And thank you for sending Alex to us." When Dr. Van returned, her gentle smile felt like a miracle itself. "You two are amazing. Henry is lucky to have a family so full of love. I believe he'll recover quickly." After taking the medicine, Henry's fever slowly eased. On the way home, he slept soundly in Tunay's arms, his face calm and rosy again, so peaceful it made my eyes sting with tears. Back at the wooden house, I laid Henry in his crib while Tunay prepared his milk. Moonlight poured over him like a silver blessing. I took Tunay's hand, looking deep into her tearful eyes, and whispered, like an oath carved into my soul, "Tunay, I love you and Henry more than anything. If I could take on all the pain for you both, I would. No matter how hard it gets, I'll always be here with you and our son." Tunay cried, smiling through her tears. "Alex, You're my greatest strength. The love you give Henry makes me believe we truly are a family. And under the quiet moonlight, Henry's tiny hand wrapped tightly around my finger. My heart lit up love, faith, and life itself were all here in my arms, in this little family of ours. Night fell, and the bright moonlight shone down on Henry's crib. He slept peacefully after his illness, while Tiune and I sat beside him whispering words of love. Henry's sickness had filled us with fear, but it also drew our hearts closer together. I realized that true love isn't just about romantic moments. It's about standing side by side through hardships, whispering prayers in moments of despair, and making promises to never let go. Henry is our most precious gift, and I'll spend my whole life loving and protecting him with Tuna. Alex couldn't hold back my tears. Henry's illness cut into my heart like a blade, leaving us trembling with worry. But in that very moment, it lit up a truth inside me. Nothing can ever shake the love I have for Tune and our son. From the frantic rush to the hospital, to meeting Dr. Van, with her kind eyes, to holding hands in prayer, every moment became a sacred reminder of the strength of family love. Henry only had a mild fever, but that fever reminded me of one thing: I will always be here shielding and protecting the two of them through every storm life brings. And what about you? Has your love for your child, or for someone dear to you, ever brought you to tears of worry? Share your feelings in the comments. Your story might just touch another heart too. Because family love is unconditional care, whispered prayers in times of crisis, and the extraordinary strength that helps us overcome anything.
Hôm nay Alex chia sẻ với bạn câu chuyện khiến Alex không thể nào quên khi bé Harry, đứa trẻ Alex yêu thương, đứa trẻ con ruột bất ngờ đổ bệnh. Tôi và Tuna, Alex và Tuna chỉ biết nắm chặt tay nhau rồi đẩy tôi vào một thời gian nhiều phút giây, ngập tràn lo lắng, tình yêu chạm đến trái tim của bạn, đừng đăng ký vào ánh sáng ban mai xung quanh của sự thật của Tuna, một sắc vàng